What's up guys and welcome to today's Squad Builder. Today we'll look at another team made up of players who are not playing in their native country anymore. And with only a couple of days remaining until the elections, today we will look at America. Our goalkeeper is Brad Gazan. Brad Gazan plays for Middlesbrough in the English Premier League and has previously played 5 years for Aston Villa. Unfortunately, Middlesbrough also brought in Vitor Valdez this season, so currently Gazan is not getting a lot of playing time. Nevertheless, he has made 51 appearances for the American national side. Our right back is Timothy Chandler. Timothy Chandler is playing for Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga and has actually gone through all their junior teams. He also has a dual citizenship but decided to play for America, where he has made 26 games so far. The first centre back we will use is Geoff Cameron. Geoff Cameron plays for Stoke City in the Premier League and has been doing so for 4 years. He has also made 47 appearances for the American national team. The second centre back is John Brooks from Berlin in the Bundesliga. He also has a dual citizenship and in fact has played one game for the German under-20 team before he changed his mind and decided for the US, where he has made 26 games so far. Our left back is actually not a left back by definition, but a left mid, as we will use Christian Pulisic. He plays for Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga and has made his US senior team debut earlier this year and has already scored 3 goals in 8 games. The actual left mid we will use is Fabian Johnson, who also plays in the Bundesliga for Mönchengladbach. He's another player with a dual citizenship and has actually played around 30 matches for German junior teams before making his US debut in 2011, where he has made 50 games so far. Our first centre mid is a centre defensive mid from the Scottish Premier League, as we will pick Perry Kitchen, and he's actually the captain of the Hearts of Midlothian. He was, in fact, earlier this year he was jobless before being brought to Europe to the Scottish Premier League, and in his career he has made 4 games for the American national team. The second centre mid is Alfredo Morales. He started his career in Berlin and is now playing for Ingolstadt in the Bundesliga. So far, he has made 12 games for the American national team. Our right mid will actually be a right back, but a pacey one, as we will use DeAndre Yedlin. DeAndre Yedlin is currently playing for Newcastle United and has previously played for Tottenham and Sunderland in the Premier League. He has made 40 games for the American national side in the past 3 years. The 2 strikers we will use also come from the Bundesliga, and the first one is Bobby Wood. Bobby Wood is currently playing for Hamburg, started his career in Munich though, as he went through all the junior teams. He has made 25 games for America and scored 7 goals. The final player in our team comes from Bremen and is Aaron Johansson. Aaron Johansson has previously actually played in a number of countries, in Iceland, in Denmark, and in the Netherlands before he came to Germany this summer. He has made 19 appearances for America and scored 4 goals. Now with Aaron Johansson our team is complete, mostly silver, 4 goal players, and we come up with a rating of 73. Now this team is actually pretty cheap, I would say. You can get it for around 10 to 15,000 coins, and in fact the most expensive players are the silver ones. I think Bobby Wood was the most expensive one, going for around 3 to 3,500 coins. But now let's see how this team performs.
Our opponent was using a 79 rated Turkish Super League team with Quaresma, Sneijder and Bruma up front, and for no obvious reason, he was also playing lone Bellerin as a center attacking mid. Now this game was crazy, especially the first 10 minutes of the game. Basically, every shot resulted in a goal, so it was just about getting in as many shots as possible. We immediately steal the ball from kickoff, get it to Bobby Wood, and run through our opponent's entire defense. We didn't even have to use skill moves here, just well-timed direction changes was all it needed. We get right in front of the keeper and have no problem making it 1-0 in the second minute of the game. In the next scene, we steal the ball again, get it to Kitchen who passes it to Morales, and just like before the first goal, we avoid our opponent's tackles in the box and pass it back to Kitchen, who scores our second goal in the 6th minute. 2 minutes later, we manage to get a corner. We play it short to Pulisic and cross it into the box. Our opponent clears it, but the ball ends right in front of Morales, who shoots and makes it 3-0. Johansson then scores the final goal in the opening minutes, as he doesn't even hit it perfectly, but our opponent's keeper basically hits the ball into his own net. 4-0 after 12 minutes. After we took a little break, Bobby Wood runs into the box after half an hour, dances around our opponent's defenders once again, and passes it to the penalty spot where we finish the attack with Kitchen. I'm not trying to hide any of my opponent's actions here, but there was hardly anything worth showing. This chance, roughly 10 minutes before halftime, was the most threatening as Bruma hits the post. The first half ends 5-0 with 10-1 shots for us. Suffice to say that the game was already over at that point, but our opponent didn't feel like rage quitting, so we kept going as well. Immediately after halftime, we increase our lead with Wood and Kitchen to make it 6 and 7-0. Now there are many things you can do poorly when playing FIFA, but one of the most impactful ones is to allow your opponent to read your defensive moves. In this game, I could basically walk through my opponent's defense at all time. In the second half, I used some skill moves and ball rolls, but even in the first half, it just required a few directional changes when running at the defender to avoid the tackle. Keep in mind, guys, that when defending, running at your attacking opponent is something you should avoid. Rather, run backwards so your opponent has a harder time figuring out where he needs to go. In the final minute of the game, we make it 8-0 with Johansson again to finish this game. Despite the fact that Wood and Kitchen get the best rating of the squad, I also want to highlight John Brooks. He was a tank in this game, stealing many balls just by good positioning and physical presence. Check him out if you're looking for an American or a Bundesliga center back. The stats look as expected after such a game. Basically every statistic is in our favor. Let me know in the comments down below who your favorite American player is and who you think will win the election next week. See you in the next video.